Ibrahim Traore did not just make a political decision, he delivered a seismic shock to the very foundation of Western-imposed governance in Africa. By shutting down the voting system in Burkina Faso, he didn't merely cancel an election, he declared war on the system that has ruled, ruined, and recycled poverty in his country for decades. This wasn't hesitation. This wasn't a proposal. This was a full-stop moment in African history. In one breath, he shattered what others feared to question, that democracy, in its current imported form, is not sacred. It's sold. It's scripted. It's sold as freedom while operating as control. And Traore knew, to rebuild a nation from the ashes of betrayal, you must first burn the mask. For too long, elections in Burkina Faso were like theater: loud campaigns, printed posters, long lines, and empty promises. Millions spent on ballot boxes, when hospitals couldn't afford gloves. Trucks delivering votes, while children walked 10 miles for water. A country drowning in poverty was told that casting a vote every 5 years was freedom. Traore ripped off that illusion with one decisive action: no more elections. He saw through the lie. The same politicians funded by outsiders, using democracy as a disguise for dependency. Every election was a reset for the same system, not a revolution. Every free vote came with a foreign invoice. Traore asked the question no one dared: what if this democracy is the very thing choking our future? This wasn't about silencing the people, this was about finally hearing them. He listened to the cries buried under campaign noise. He saw the youth, jobless but hopeful, fooled again and again. He felt the anger in villages that watched billions disappear every election season, while their schools collapsed. He knew that true leadership is not about applause, it's about sacrifice. He understood the danger. Shutting down a voting system isn't just controversial, it's revolutionary. It's the kind of move that puts a target on your back. But Traore didn't flinch. He knew that if Burkina Faso was ever going to stand tall, someone had to kneel to no one. He wasn't looking for approval. He was aiming for freedom. The world reacted fast. Media outlets screamed dictator. Western diplomats whispered threats. NGOs drafted statements of concern. But the people saw something different. They saw a leader who chose action over applause. Who chose nation over narrative. Who chose truth over tradition. And in the silence of cancelled elections, a new voice rose, not from ballot boxes, but from the ground. Traore called out the contradiction: why are we told democracy is working when nothing ever changes? Why are we handed votes, but never victory? Why are we told to trust the process when the process is owned by those who profit from our pain? He made it clear Burkina Faso will no longer be a playground for political experiments. No more manufactured consent, no more leaders who dance to foreign drums. No more spending millions to decorate a system that delivers nothing. He didn't just shut down voting. He shut down a performance. He unplugged the stage lights and told the audience the truth: this show is over. It's time for something real. Something built from within. Something dangerous. Something that cannot be bought or predicted. And while critics fume and powers panic, Traore marches forward. He isn't campaigning. He is creating. He isn't begging for validation. He is building validation through results. No ballot box can measure that. No election can fake that. No Western model can replicate that spirit. Traore's move is a message to every African nation still trapped in the cycle of elect and regret. He is saying, we don't need to vote every 5 years to feel alive, we need leadership every single day to survive. And for once, a president is not campaigning for power. He is confronting power itself. This was not an act of ego. It was an act of clarity. A raw, fearless declaration that the time for symbolic gestures is over. The illusion of democratic choice has run its course. In a land where democracy became a ritual of betrayal, Traore chose rebellion over routine. No tanks rolled. No curfews announced. No arrests made. Just one man, in a fatigued uniform, telling the world, this system does not serve us anymore. He knows history will judge him. He welcomes it. Because for him, history is not about who wins elections, it's about who frees their people from the invisible chains. And sometimes, the most democratic act a leader can make is to destroy a corrupt democracy. Burkina Faso didn't lose its future the day voting ended? It might have found it. Not in ballots, but in boldness. Not in parties, but in purpose. Not in process, but in power reclaimed. And now, the world watches in disbelief, while one man walks where others feared into the unknown, armed with nothing but vision and the willingness to break what must be broken. No scripts. No ballots. No retreat. Just the sound of a nation finally waking up.